Hi Stampers, and thank you for buying my little card making kit. This is number one of hopefully many that we'll be doing. So you've already got your kit by now because you've already got your video, and you have access to this of course whenever you want, which is the beauty of the kits. You should have 3 little packets, a large one and 2 smaller ones. That have all the embellishments included. You will need some adhesives. I recommend having some snail runner. I also recommend having some small mini glue dots, some liquid adhesive as well. A paper piercing tool does help, your bone folder, and maybe a small scissors if you need it. And also some pop-ups or Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, because some of these cards will require those. Again, you don't have to necessarily have them, but it's great to have. So what we're going to do is we're going to start making this particular card. So let's get started. We'll do the first one. The very first card that we'll be doing is the little birdie card. I love this card. Again, when you get the contents, you should have everything in the kit. If you don't for some reason, please contact me and I will get it out to you, but you should have everything in there. So what you're going to have is the base, the Whisper White card base. You're also going to have 2 of these little dot buttons. These are actually made from taking a glue gun and putting it on your silicone mat, just forming a circle, and then letting it dry. That's all these are glue dots, and then I colored them with my blender pens, my Blendabilities. If you try to use a Stampin' Right marker, it probably won't work very well, and you may even be able to use a Sharpie on it. I have not tried that, but the Blendabilities work awesome. Anyway, so you should also have a little sheet of some washi tape and all of your other cardstock. So let's get started making this card. Really, really simple. So you're going to take your black cardstock and place your DSP right on there. This is the Motley Monster. I love this, and as you can tell, it's not very scary looking, and it doesn't necessarily have to be Halloween looking. So we're going to go ahead and just place a little bit of snail on the back and put this one together. Try to just get it even on the sides. There we go. And then I went ahead and attached this using some pop-up dimensionals. So we will go ahead and do that. I did use one on each corner. And again, this doesn't have to be popped up. If you don't have them, it's not a big, huge deal. So don't get yourself stressed about it. It's supposed to be fun. Alright, and then the next thing I did is I actually placed this little piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock down. I took a little bit of my washi tape. You probably have enough on here to do 2 cards because you really just need a really small piece. Took my little Hello Love, placed it right on there. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. And then just go ahead and attach all that with your washi tape. I didn't even glue it down with anything else. And then these 2 little buttons, I did use the liquid adhesive to put them down. So might be easier just to put it right on the card where you want them. There's my little blue one. There's my little orange one. And that's all there is to that card. Really simple. You actually have a little bit of leftover there if you need it. The next part for these cards I wanted to show you was the envelope liners. You should have 2 envelopes and 2 envelope liners for this particular kit. You're just going to place your envelope liner in there. Place it just so that the top is just below the gummed part of the envelope. Put a little bit of snail behind here just to hold that in place. And then you're going to just fold the card like you would normally to close the envelope. And that's all you do for the liners, so that's very simple. The next card is going to be this little card here, which I love. And again, very, very simple. The envelope would be done the same exact way with the liner. Let's move this out of the way here. You're going to just take your white cardstock here and go ahead and attach it with, I would probably use the liquid adhesive, because that way it will stay in place a little better. Whenever there's an embossed piece, it's just so much better to have the liquid adhesive to secure it down. Then for your little crushed curry piece, to build your banner first before you attach it. It's just so much easier. And I just ran a little bit of sticky strip behind here and started building my banner. And if you want to do it the same way I did it, that's fine. If not, no big deal. You can do it whatever way you wish. I'm actually going to do a yellow and a blue and the little, well, I use the leaves. I think I used the leaves. And then another piece of blue, and then a yellow here, and then just kind of check to see if you have it fairly even. That looks pretty close, and then really press it down. Then you're going to attach this using a couple pop-up dimensionals again. To attach the little string, the little twine that's in there, very, very simple to do. Take your mini glue dots. I have a paper piercing tool just to take my glue dot off. You're going to go ahead and place a glue dot down on either end. If I can get it off, there we go. And it will kind of curl up and all that. It doesn't really matter because your rhinestone's going to be over it. There we go. You're going to go ahead and place your twine down, and you, at this point, you can kind of pull it down a little bit if you want, just so it doesn't cover up your wording. And you can always trim off the ends a little bit. Then you're going to take your little rhinestones. I know I didn't attach that yet. Take your little rhinestones, and again I use my paper piercing tool. Place them down right on the glue dot, so that way you have the glue dot covered as well. Here, let me put this down here so we've got everything secured. And you can actually see it completely done. And again, you can use your bone folder to get a little bit crisper edge on these. And that's all there is to that card. So very, very simple once again. And the last little project I'm going to be showing, which I just love this little project. Again, this was inspired by mychickenscratch.com. Angie Judah Kennedy. She's awesome. I put a little bit of one of these Ghirardelli squares in there, but a small mini candy bar will also work in there. So simple. Everything is cut for you. Everything is already punched for you. So it can't get much easier than this. I used the Chalk Talk and basically made this a little bit longer, and by that I mean, and I can show you on a different video actually, because it's going to take a little time, but what I did is instead of putting this all the way through the framelit, I put it through the framelit through the top, so this longer edge stayed out, and then you can make it as long as you want. So again, I'll demonstrate that on something else. Just go ahead and attach this with snail. All the lines should be in place with you already. This again is attached with snail. Again, very simple to put together. You're going to tie your ribbon around here. Don't tie it too tight, because remember, you're going to be putting a piece of candy in there, so you don't want it too snug. I just loosely tied a knot. And then once you're all done with that, place this on top of your box. And again, I used a couple of the pop-up dimensionals to do that. I just used like a half a piece of these. That way it does stay on really well, but you don't see the edges of the pop-up. So we'll just put a little piece here and a little piece here and attach those together. And then this just gets attached again to here. And I probably would use either liquid adhesive or the snail. It doesn't really matter. But either way, it'll work. All right. Thanks so much. And thanks for buying the kit and supporting me at Stampin' Sister Linda. Again, there'll be a new kit available very shortly if there wasn't one already. Please just go back to my blog to check them out. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.